Hi Flo, it's Shannon. I thought I'd do a short video and show you how I put together this final textured vellum top fold card in the purple posy. So, we basically started out, obviously we folded our 8.5 by 5.5 card in half here. This is the inside sentiment. It says, "So here's a card." It follows up the outside sentiment here. "I wasn't sure how to thank you." So here's a card. It says, we are basically starting out on the card base with a purple posy cardstock mat, then a white mat below that, and then finally the textured vellum card right on top. That's the very top layer that we see. Over here on this left-hand side of the card, there's a purple posy cardstock mat and a piece of this textured a white rectangle that is matted on top. I tied the bow around that piece first and then adhered that over here to this side of my card. This sentiment I stamped and embossed in gold ink, and then I added the fine script in black ink just above it. I used the pretty little eyelet lace border die to get the edging down here at the bottom. For this piece down here, it's a combination of die cuts. So I used a piece of the purple posy and I did that, that little daisy chain. It's sort of an edging die. I have to admit, it's kind of an odd die for me. I wasn't quite sure how to use it, but basically I cut it out and then I just pulled and snipped, or actually I didn't have to snip, I just pulled out the leafy fronds from it. You see that right there? That's part of it. And then these two pieces as well. So you get them from right here, 1, 2, and 3. So I just use those here. So on top of that little embossed embossing folder type one here, I added one little sprig and then 2 of the white single flower dies, made with these little single flower dies in the set. And then on this side, here are the other 2 purple posy branches. This piece down here at the bottom, it's actually 2 pieces. It was made by using this die, this kind of 3 roses, I'm gonna call it 3 roses die, and this edge. This edge, when you put it on top, well, it's gonna lay like this, right? It fits above this die. You see how it kind of, it can go right into where the shape is. It will then cut this this die completely out. So if you lay this on top, it would be something like this, right? It's going to stay. That impression is going to stay in the card. But if you go to the edge and yet then use this cutting edge here, this border will cut off. It just cuts straight off and you'll get a strip of these three roses. So what I did was then I just quickly like snip, 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 fussy cut out a leaf, flower leaf. And then on this one here, I just cut out the flower part only. And so what I did first on the vellum, I put the 2 pieces of purple posy branch. Then I laid down the single flower, then the flower with the 2 leaves. And then I built up 2 smaller flowers, again, using the individual dies. There's a small, medium, and large of these individual flower dies. I just cut those out of white cardstock. So here's 1 stack of them, 2, 3 stacks. And then I just glued them all on top. I used the gold gems to make the flower centers. And that's how I put together the die cut pieces. I hope that helps you a little bit. I bet you might have the question might have been about this this die cut rose border. So I hope that I explained that well enough. So if you were to just put this on paper and die cut it, you'll get the same idea as this, where yes, the pieces come out of it, but this impression stays on it. But this particular die, if you put it at the edge and you add, sorry for the arm in there, and you add its border on top, just like that. It fits in there. There you go. Run it through your machine. This whole piece will come off then. This whole border will come out. You can snip, 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 and take what you just need out of there. Okay, and of course feel free to, you know how to modify cards to your liking, but that's generally what I did to create this card. I hope that you can see it well enough. I popped up this sentiment, but the rest is basically laid flat. Okay, I hope that helps. Bye.